Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to Football Fandom UK. So we're here to discuss UK clubs in Europe. Obviously, I've wanted to do a stream all week, guys. To be honest, but that light's not brilliant, is it? But due to work commitments, I've not been able to stream. So I'm just jumping on tonight for a short stream, so that you guys can obviously have your opinions on this week's football, what's gone on in Champions League and Europa League, and obviously. I could have a bit of a chat about it, guys. Some good results overall. Most UK clubs this week have got a positive result, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we want to see, if you're a UK football fan, we want to see plenty of UK clubs progressing into the knockout stage, so it's interesting. Obviously, Rangers got, I think the final whistle's gone. I've just been watching it. Rangers got the 2-0 scoreline that they needed, but obviously there was goals in the other game. So I'm not sure. I know that before the game they were saying that Rangers definitely needed a 2-0 win to give them obviously a chance to progress. But I don't know if that was taken into account with the other game that was going on in the group. So obviously, if you guys know that better than me, let me know in the chat. Obviously, I want to hear from you guys what games you've watched this week, Champions League, Europa League. Obviously, there's also been league games, and there was also the Scottish Cup at the weekend, which I actually missed, and I'm gutted because I wanted to watch them. The Scottish Cup, but unfortunately, guys, that's just how it is at the minute with my crazy life as it is. So, guys, I want to hear from you what your thoughts are on tonight's games, the games that was played the night before in the Champions League, and obviously the night before that in the Champions League. Obviously, I was quite impressed. My impression of Man City last night was very impressive, very dominant. I'm talking about that first because it's fresh in the mind still. So that was quite a good. I thought that was quite a pretty, really good game, to be honest. Manchester City, first half, I couldn't believe they didn't score. And I'm sure if you guys watching the game, you felt the same way. And it was just typical that Paris Saint-Germain obviously snatched the lead in the start of the second half. And then, but obviously, I think it played out balanced in the end because City definitely deserved to win. I didn't watch any of the Liverpool game because I was watching the Man City game. I watched some of the Manchester United game the night before, and to be honest, United played exactly how I expected them to do, with improvement, more desire, commitment. There's loads of words I could use to describe Man United's game, should I say, efforts in that game. It was noticeable to me, guys, that I thought that the more effort in the players in that game so soon after Ollie's left kind of showed that maybe he had lost the confidence of the dressing room. I know there's been a lot of talk of whether Ollie, whether the players had turned on Ollie or the players. I know there was a lot of talk saying that the players hadn't turned on Ollie, that they were still very much respectful of him, stuff like that. But clearly they weren't responding to his tactics, to his ideas, and I think we saw that, guys, in the game for Man United in the Champions League this week. But like I said, that's just my opinion. I thought we saw it in the attitude, the motivation of the players, the body language. It was quite kind of a strange game, I thought, because I don't know. It was just one of them. It was. You kind of get the feeling with United that that they're motivating depending on what game it is. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But there was definitely a noticeable difference in their play anyway compared to how they played in the last few games under Ollie, because it was kind of like in the previous few games, it was kind of like they go 1-0 behind and there just didn't seem to be enough want and enough desire to try and get back level. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys think differently. Obviously, I missed the Chelsea game because I was at work. But I did obviously quickly have a look at the highlights. They looked very impressive. and very strong, very strong. So massive respect to Chelsea, because they definitely seem to be on the march right now. So that's covered the Champions League games. Unfortunately, guys, I haven't been able to see all the Europa League games tonight. I was at work for the first two, and then I come home and I managed to catch the majority of the Rangers game. So I was quite impressed with Rangers tonight. You could definitely see the players seem to have a bit of a spring in the step, a bit more braver on the ball, a bit more energetic. I thought they was playing quite energetic for Stevie G in the games that I saw. I'll be honest, they did look good for Stevie G many a times. But I think there was definitely tonight the noticeability of the fact that they've got a new manager, so players are obviously out to get noticed off the new manager and make a good impression. So that was my take on the Rangers game tonight, and obviously the goal from Morales was a cracker, and I'm not sure who scored the other goal. I can't remember now, because I kind of was like in the middle of social media stuff as well. So there you go, guys. Let me know if you watched any of the other Europa League games, because I'd love to know what you guys thought. If obviously West Ham, I'm gutted I missed the West Ham game, because West Ham absolutely firing on all cylinders right now. We've got to give them massive respect, particularly David Moyes, considering that not so long ago when he was at Manchester United, there was fans saying that he was crap and he wasn't a good manager, he wasn't good tactically, this, that and the other. And I think we're seeing at West Ham, that's a load of rubbish. And we saw it at Everton. When he was at Everton, guys, he did really good things at Everton. Not quite, obviously, enough to actually get him across the line and win a trophy, but you could see that there was definitely players playing for him. And I think we're seeing the same thing with West Ham. And I think if he's given the time, and we don't get a big club coming along trying to get him, I think we could see good things from David Moyes, guys. I really do. So let me know your thoughts on any of the games you've seen tonight, or obviously Champions League games, or also the league games that was on Tuesday and Wednesday night. There were some league games on in League One and League Two and the Championship. So let me know your thoughts, guys. I will quickly go to the comments. If you can notice, if you obviously, I don't expect that any of you guys are going to be too interested, because I know a lot of people are camera shy, but for a change, guys, I have stuck the link in the chat. So if you are interested to come on and actually have your say, you're welcome to come on and have your say about tonight's games, or any of the games you've seen this week in Europe. Like I said, the links are at the top of the chat there. You can just click it, and that will take you backstage, and then you can join me on screen and have your opinions heard if you want to. The options there, guys, if you want to use it. Will Bertham is saying, hi, mate. How's it going, Will? Great to see you, mate. I've seen, obviously, you've got a busy weekend coming up. I notice you are going to the West. I think I saw on Twitter you're going to the West Brom game this weekend. And I'm presuming you're going to some non-league games, or at least one non-league game. Great stuff you're doing on your channel, mate. I have been watching when I've had the chance. So good to see that you are making positive steps with your channel, and it is building nicely. So well done, mate. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's game, Will, on if you watched one. Mikey, how's it going, mate? Great to see you. I'm good, thanks, mate. Yeah. Let me know, obviously, the same, if you've watched the game tonight, any of the games tonight or this week. Let me know your thoughts. Will Bertham, Man United were class as well. Like I say, mate, they did play well in midweek. I was quite... the thing that I noticed, because I don't know, everybody watches football and takes notice of different things. Some fans obviously take notice of what players make an impact, some fans take notice of tactics, some fans take notice of the flow of the game. We're all different. Me personally, I tend to take notice of how a team is playing and interacting. I don't take too much notice of who's actually on the ball unless they stand out to me. I try to always watch a game and actually look at whether the team looks to be clicking. Do they look fluent? Do they look like they're working together as a unit? Are they attacking as a team? Are they defending as a team? Them's the kind of things I look for. But obviously everybody's different. But yeah, for me, I thought it was definitely an improved performance for Man United, and they showed. I think they showed that they hadn't been playing for Ollie in recent games, but that's just my opinion. You guys might think differently. So if you do, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, thanks for that, Will. Can't argue with that, mate. That's very true. Did you see the Spurs game? No, I know they were playing in the UEFA Conference League. Is it tonight? I think. But no, mate, I haven't had a chance to see that. I was trying, obviously, to post stuff for the stream, and obviously try and absorb as much of the Rangers game as possible. I don't know. Obviously, you do things differently on your channel, Will. So I'm sure you're aware that when you're streaming or you've got streams planned around games, it can make it quite difficult sometimes to absorb enough of what's going on in the game. So yeah, but no, mate, I didn't. If you did, let me know what your thoughts were. Did they play well? Because I know that in the earlier stages of the group stages, they've been really poor, really poor. So let me know, Will, if you watched it and what you thought, mate. KAS1JM, bless up. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. I'm guessing you are coming over from JD's channel. I'm Axit Football. Sorry, my brain went then, mate. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Great to see you in the chat. Let me know if you watched any of the games tonight, your thoughts. And that goes out to all you guys. But yeah, massive shout out there to KAS1JM. That's I can't. It's a bit of a. Did initials stand for anything, mate? Let me know if your initials in your comment stand for in your name, your account name stand for anything, mate. How the match end? I think Rangers ended 2-0. Obviously, I came on just before the final whistle, so I think it ended 2-0 Rangers. I know it was 2-0 when I was watching it. I'm just double checking now. No, wrong one. Did it end 2-0? I'm just checking. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just checking. Yeah, 2-0. Rangers ended 2-0. Sorry, I was just checking because, like I said, guys, the game, when I came on to start the live stream, there was still a few minutes extra time being played, or added on time, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, 2-0 to Rangers. And obviously, Leicester, I think, finished 3-2 as well. So, yeah, guys, like I said, I was watching the Rangers game. But if any of you guys watched any of the other games, let me know your thoughts. Because, like I say, it's difficult to watch two, 3 games at once. So I was trying to focus on absorbing as much of the Rangers game tonight as possible. But thanks for that, mate. Mikey, congrats on the 3-0 win over Donegaz. Yeah, that was good to see Bolton. I was getting a bit disheartened, to be honest, mate, with Bolton, because the last few results have been really poor. And I'm sure you guys have had the same situation when your team just keep losing and losing. You kind of start... obviously you always support them. I'll always support my team Bolton, but it was getting to the point where it was like, I need a break from football because I'm fed up with seeing my team lose. And I'm sure you guys have had that feeling at some point. But yeah, finally Bolton get back to winning ways, and let's hope that they can build on that now, because like I say, the last few games have been really bad. So I'm really just disappointing more than anything, guys, because obviously if you're a Bolton fan or if you know Bolton, you'll know the first part of the season we were playing really well. We looked really good and playing good football, looked, confidence in the team, stuff like that. And then it just went off the boil all of a sudden, and it was just defeat after defeat after defeat. And I don't even think we scraped that many draws in that losing run, to be honest. I think I only remember one that sticks in my head. So, yeah, really disappointing. So good to see Bolton get a win, mate. So, yeah, thanks for that. Hopefully, like I said, they can build on that. Will Bertham, I agree with you about Ollie. Thanks, mate. Well, like I say, I just think it was obvious, Will, that with, like I say, with the improvement in the players' motivation in that game, and just I don't know, the tactics. They seem to have tactics. That was the surprising thing. The last few games under Ollie, it didn't look like United had a proper game plan. If you get my meaning, and we obviously, if you watched United the other night in the Champions League, I didn't watch all of it, but I watched enough of it, and you could see that they had a game plan. They had a game plan, and it worked. So it's kind of like, surely, I don't know. Maybe Ollie had just kind of, like I say, the pressure that comes from the media guys. Maybe Ollie was just not experienced enough to deal with that. Maybe that kind of made him a bit of brain freeze or something like that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. But yeah, definitely noticeable. So I totally agree with you there, Will. Thanks for that, mate. Aaron Hart, why are my comments getting removed? If you are being abusive or difficult, mate, then my moderator would remove your comments. That's the only reason your comments would be removed. So if you put in inappropriate comments, mate, that's why the moderator will be removing your comments. I don't know, because I can't see what comments you have put. That's the first comment I've seen. But yeah, mate, I've got a moderator. That's what you do when you have YouTube, and especially when you're doing it live. You have people supporting you in the background. I always do. That make sure that no inappropriate comments come in, because as I keep telling you guys, FanDen is about being respectful and bringing positive fans together. So that's the explanation. Like I said, mate, I don't know what comments you've had removed because I can't see them. The comment you've just put is the first comment I can see, mate. So if you've had comments removed, then I trust my moderator sees your comment as inappropriate. Will Bertham, Spurs lost 2-1 to a team mid-table in the Slovenian league. Right. So, like, thanks for that, Will. Sorry, like I say, mate, I did know they was playing, but I was so busy trying to get ready for the stream, and like I say, trying to absorb what football I was watching, that I haven't even looked for Spurs. So massive respect to you there, Will, mate, because that brings me up to spec a little bit on what's going on with Spurs. So yeah, 2-1 loss. I don't get it. I don't get why Spurs have not taken this competition seriously. I get that it's a lesser competition. I'm sure you guys get that UEFA Conference League is a lesser competition. But come on, guys, it's been a while since Spurs have won a trophy. Do you know what I mean? All fans of Spurs are crying out to win a trophy. They're demanding it. They really want to win a trophy, and understandably. And I know that that's not the best trophy to win. But guys, come on, we all know one of the, if you're a big football fan, one of the things you know that clubs like I know Alex Ferguson used to be really strong on this when he was at Man United, where he would have the attitude of winning trophies gets the winning mentality to win more trophies. He didn't put it exactly like that. Obviously, he was a lot better at speaking to a big audience than I am. But he used to say to the words to that effect of basically, players getting in the habit of winning trophies, then it becomes where it has a knock-on effect and they start winning more trophies. So isn't this a big question to you guys in the chat? Isn't this a competition that Spurs should have took more serious? Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying that they should put out their best team. No, obviously they're going to rest some of their best players for the Premier League. I get that, because the competition's not very worth a lot financially. But surely they could have put like a half decently strength team out to compete in it, to get the results they need and potentially win it. And I know it's not going to be the most important trophy that they'd win, but I don't get it, guys. They had the opportunity this year to be the first team to win that competition because it's in its first year. So they could have been the club to be the first club to get their name on the trophy, on a brand new trophy. And I know it's not the best trophy. I get that. But surely, guys, that's how what I'm trying to say. Would that not help Tottenham build for winning more trophies? But there you go. That, like I say, that's just one from me, chucking it out there, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Be appreciated. Maybe you guys think differently. I don't know. Maybe you guys think that Tottenham are right to rest a lot of players and not bother with that competition. I don't know. Everybody's got a different opinion. So let me know, guys. Would appreciate to hear what you guys think. Aaron Hart is saying, are my comments getting removed or am I deleting them? I'm confused. I'm not sure, mate, because I am not. I have only seen this comment and the comment you put previously. And normally, if my moderator is deleting any comments, I normally can see it that it's been deleted, and I have not seen any deleted comments. So I don't know what you do, whether it's you or whether it's the moderator, mate. But normally, I'm being honest because that's me. If my moderator was deleting comments, it would show up, and it normally does show up in the chat that I can see it. And I haven't seen none, mate, so I'm not sure. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm not sure. KAS 1JM. Yes, saw you on IMAX. It cast my initials JM for Jamaica. Oh, cool. Not wrong with that, mate. Massive big up the Jamaica fans because as you guys might not already know, big friend of mine, massive friend of mine is JD on IMAX. Top guy, and he's become a very good friend, and he comes on my channel, I go on his channel, and we work together and show support to each other as and when we can. So massive respect to any of you guys in the chat from coming over from IMAX It Football. My mate JD, big up JD. He's a top guy. Like I say, if any of you guys don't follow his channel, drop over there and hit his subscribe button. Like I say, he's a big Jamaican fan, does a lot of Jamaican football, but he does a lot of European football stuff as well, guys. So go over there and drop him a sub. Like I say, top guy. So massive shout out to any of you guys in the chat that are Jamaican, and definitely thanks for that, KASIJM. Jamaica fan in the house. Thanks for that, mate. Also saying I was actually up and down on the road with the family, so missed the match. Right, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Well, I was watching the Rangers game, and like I say, obviously Rangers first game with a new manager in charge, and it was. I'm sure you've watched them games, mate, where a new manager comes in and there's a bit of a spring in the step of the players. So obviously, from my point of view, that's the way I saw it. I saw a noticeable. Don't get me wrong; they was playing well when I saw them playing under Stevie G. They were playing well under Steven Gerrard. I get that, but you know what I mean. There's always a noticeable improvement in motivation and effort, shall we say, when a new manager comes in. So I saw that, like I say, in Rangers. I think it was just a case of, in some of their earlier games, you could kind of see that Rangers were struggling this season in Europe, and they kind of had their spring back a little bit in Europe. I know they've had the spring in the team in the league, but maybe not as much in Europe this year. But definitely a noticeable improvement in their European performance, anyway. So hopefully that gives you a bit better idea of Rangers, mate, and hopefully some of the other guys in the chat might tell you if they've watched some of the other games, mate, because I didn't watch them all, so my apologies for that, mate. But yeah, I did watch the obviously Champions League game through the week, but no, I haven't watched any of the other Europa League games because the earlier kickoffs I was still at work, mate. So my apologies for that. Aaron Hart, where are you from? Jamaica. That's great. Big up Jamaica. Yes, thanks for that, Aaron. Appreciated, mate. Massive respect as always. To all you guys in the chat, and thanks for that. Stephen Allen, I've not deleted any comments, Aaron. So there you go, Aaron. It's you've had it confirmed from my moderator that the moderator has not deleted any comments. So I'm not sure why your comments are not coming through if they're not. Obviously, you guys talking in the chat there. Stephen, I might be deleting them by accident then. Right, no worries, mate. I'm not sure who's Right, sorry, yeah. Threw me off then. Yeah, no worries, mate. Like I say, my moderator, Stevie, would definitely say if there was deleting any comments. Will Bertham, bless up, obviously you guys are talking amongst yourselves there in the chat. See if there's any comments about the football. Big all you guys showing respect to Jamaica, so massive shout out to you guys for that. Appreciated. Always like to see you guys getting on in the chat. Aaron, I hope Man United can get back to our best. It was a great win vs Villarreal. We looked okay, but seems like we're getting a new interim. I've never heard of him, but hope he does well, man. Yeah, mate, I did actually hear something about that on the radio while I was at work, but obviously I was quite busy at the time, so I didn't hear the full details. But yeah, I've heard. I wanted to read about that tonight actually and catch up with exactly what's being said, because I think did it come out yesterday about this new interim manager? I forgot his name. I do know who you're talking about. But yeah, mate, I don't know a lot about it. I've not had a chance to read about it, to be honest. I've been too busy. But yeah, I'll definitely try and catch up on what's going on with United in the next day or so, because it is going to be interesting. To be honest, I don't know. Obviously, it's not really been chucked about this, guys. Do you think maybe Michael Carrick should be given a chance till the end of the season? But I've not really heard any conversation around that. I'm not sure. I'm not saying he should be given the job full time, but maybe. Michael Carrick, or possibly Michael Carrick teaming up with another one of Man United's ex-players, and doing the job together to the end of the season. That possibility. Let me know, guys. Would you like to see that? Because obviously, I think it's becoming clear that Man United definitely seem to want Pochettino. I can never pronounce his name. Pochettino. You know who I mean. I can never pronounce his name. It is a bit of a mouthful. I'd love to know if any of you guys can pronounce it. Pochettino. But no, I've always struggled with his pronouncing his name. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you pronounce it funny to what I do. Sorry, I'm clicking. I've not got my mouse tonight, so I'm relying on the mouse on my Chromebook. Normally, I've got an independent mouse, so that because if you've got a Chromebook, you guys know that the mouse is really delicate. Will Bertham is saying, I think, did I miss a comment there? Let me just check. No, obviously that was Aaron's comment about Man United. Will Bertham, I think Sheffield United have made a big mistake sacking their manager. They should have given time. Mate, I'm gonna do a show soon. I'm hoping to find some time to do a show soon. And if any of you guys are interested in coming on it to have your opinion, then you're more than welcome. But we definitely need to talk more about this manager sack race, guys, because it's driving me crazy. I love football, and I'm a traditionalist. I kind of like the team mentality in football. And I don't know if many of you guys remember, but in the old days, they used to have a manager, and managers wouldn't normally get sacked until the end of the season. Because they had that team mentality of once we start the season, we're in it to the end. I know it's a long time ago. I'm going back a few years now, but they did used to. You very rarely saw managers getting sacked years ago, like we do today. And I'm just wondering. Obviously, I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you think it's spoiling football that every year? That we have this kind of, we get like 3 months into the season, something like that, 3-4 months into the season, and then all of a sudden we have this sack race where it's one manager after another, all in a short space of time, all getting sacked. And it's like one club waits. It's like some clubs wait for another club to react before they react. It's kind of crazy. And we're seeing it happen more and more regular every season, guys. So I'm just chucking it out there to let you know that it's kind of. I'm finding it frustrating as a football fan because I want to watch the football, guys. I want these players to stop chucking the toys out the pram when they don't get what they want. I read this week, and I don't want to quote this as fact, guys, but I read this week And obviously this could be just, the mainstream media making stuff up to sell papers. I acknowledge that. I hope it is. I hope it's not true. But I read this week that Mo Salah might consider going to Chelsea because he's basically got the hump that Klopp is not picking him as the captain when Jordan Henderson and Milner's not in the team. Now, I'm not saying that is true, guys. That's come from one of the mainstream media. But if it's true, then that's kind of pathetic, really, guys. Seriously, if a player is sulking about just because he's not getting picked as captain for one game and threatening to leave or implying that he's going to leave just over something like that, it's kind of a bit sad, I think, guys. But you guys might think differently. Don't get me wrong, I am not criticising Mo Salah as a player. He's absolutely awesome. We all know that, and he's so enjoyable to watch. But I'm sure you guys can understand where I'm going with this, that it is a bit frustrating when we read in the mainstream media these kind of stories about players sulking about captaincies and because they don't get picked. I read it earlier in the season that Raheem Sterling was threatening to leave Man City because Pep Guardiola had dropped him for a few games after playing in the team consistently for God knows how long. Well, I'm not being funny, but if that's the case, then I find that a bit pathetic as well, because I think a player should earn the place in the team. No player should think that they have a right to play in the team. They earn the right to play in the team. You earn the right by performances. But that's just my opinion. Let me know, guys. Love to know your thoughts on that in the chat. Are you frustrated with a manager roundabout and the fact that we're seeing players sometimes sulking, or maybe, like I say, maybe it's just the mainstream media making stuff up to sell papers? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Just chucking it out there to see what you guys think. But yeah, like I say, Will, no disrespect to your comment, mate. Big shout out for that, because you're right. I think that they might have made a mistake. But to be honest, mate, like I said, I'm frustrated with the whole managerial sack race thing. I think it's getting a bit stupid. It's kind of like, a few games and the players don't perform and the manager's getting sacked, and it's don't get me wrong, if a manager deserves to get sacked, I get that. But I think what I'm trying to say, guys, is I think that more clubs should be sticking up for the manager and trying to back the manager for a decent length of time and letting the players know, look, we've picked this manager. If we're going to make a change, we're going to make it at the end of the season. So get on board. You're paid by the club. You're paid to put that shirt on and put in a shift and put in a performance. Do it. Don't be grumbling about the manager or about the captaincy or about this, that, and the small stuff, the stuff that doesn't matter, guys. These are grown men that should behave like grown men, and the professional players that should behave like professional players. And like I said, for me, just a bit frustrated with the whole managerial thing with managers getting sacked left, right, and centre. I think it's a bit sad. But that's just my thoughts, guys. I always like to share my thoughts, but also get your opinion. So let me know in the comments, guys, what your thoughts are. Thanks for that, Will. Aaron Hart, I agree with you guys. Didn't seem like Ollie had a game plan. He should have tactics, but respect to Ollie. He did everything he could, and it didn't work. He's not a great manager, but he's a Man United legend. Yeah, mate, massive respect. Yeah, he's for me, I think maybe just the job was just too big for him. But even though it was too big for him, guys, let's be honest. Come on. We have to give him respect, because when United fans felt that the club was kind of on being managed in the wrong way and heading in the wrong direction, Ollie came in and he stabilised things, and he got the club heading back in a more positive direction. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. He got the club heading in a more positive direction. He brought stability. He brought a togetherness, and for that, that has put United kind of in the right heading in the right direction. And he also got United to contributed at least to United getting second in the league. So, you know, even though I get fans say he's not good enough, I agree. It did become obvious that he wasn't good enough tactically and stuff like that. I totally agree with that. But we have to give him respect, guys, because he did kind of come in and steady the ship, and he got a more positive feel around the club, and he got the players and fans feeling as one. So we have to give him respect for that. So yeah, Aaron, I agree with that, mate. Thanks for that, and appreciate you your positivity towards Ollie, because that's right. That's definitely right. Because like I say, we all know it was becoming obvious he wasn't tactically clever enough to take United forward, but he did steady the ship, guys. So let's give him respect to that. KASIJM, big up Mikey, thanks for that, mate. Obviously you guys talking in the chat. Aaron Arch, Spurs should win the competition and show people they can win a trophy apart from the Audi Cup. Well, like I say, I agree there, mate. Like I say, we all know that it wouldn't be the best trophy to win, but I wanted to know if you guys agree that winning a trophy can get the winning mentality going. Do you agree with that, guys? Do you think that what Fergie said years ago about winning a trophy can get the winning mentality going? Because we do see it with the bigger clubs. We do see it with the likes of Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea. We've seen this. We have seen this. And even Arsenal, we've seen when they can win one trophy, they can kind of get a winning run going and win other trophies as well. So we have seen evidence of it, but we've also seen evidence that clubs can just win one trophy. So I just wanted to get you guys and your opinion. Do you agree? Do you think that you can get a winning mentality by and win more trophies by winning one trophy? What do you think it helps? Do you think it's a factor in winning in that winning mentality? Let me know, guys. But yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. Obviously, KS talking in the chat. Get massive respect. Will Burton, Spurs could do with a trophy. The Conference League is the perfect opportunity to win one. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I know, like I've said several times now, I know it's not the best trophy to win, but if they could win that, it would get that, like I'm trying to say, I think it would get that winning mentality, and it could make the players hungry for more trophies, more trophy success, which maybe give them that extra motivation to finally get it over the line with one of the more prestigious trophies like the Premier League or the Champions League. And we can't write them off. They did get to a Champions League final not so long ago, so we have to give them respect that they potentially could get there again. But like I said, maybe the winning a lesser competition might actually give them that taste of winning a trophy and make them want to win something more prestigious. I think it could be true, but yeah, thanks for that, Will. Much appreciated. That's, like I say, I agree with that, mate. Aaron Hart, bless up. Obviously, you guys talking amongst yourselves. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to that because it's when we first started doing the live streams, a lot of you guys weren't talking amongst yourselves, so it has become something that's happening more, which is good. That's good. I've got no problem with that. Buzzing to see you guys getting along in the chat and having chat conversation. That's cool, but I'm just not quite used to it yet, guys, because like I say, when I first started doing the live stream, a lot of you guys were just talking directly to me, so if I keep getting confused with it, I'm just explaining why. Mikey, only saw second half of Rangers game. Sparta looked poor. They improved. Improved either way. So though they were half when they made their subs and had some chances. Superb double save from the Rangers keeper. Kept it 2-0. Sorry, mate. I was struggling then with one of your abbreviations. Yeah, like I said, mate, it was a good. I was impressed with Rangers tonight. They played really well. They looked like they wanted it. I've not touched on Celtic. You've reminded me touching back on Rangers, and I'm not meaning to ignore your comment, mate. I've just realised I've not touched on Celtic, and I missed their game because they had an earlier kickoff. But yeah, disappointing again tonight from Rangers from Celtic in Europe. I don't get it. I don't get what it is with Celtic. I don't get how they are not motivating for this competition. They're disappointing every season. At least with Rangers, they seem to be trying to compete. I'm not saying that Celtic aren't trying to compete. They are. We know they are. But I just don't. Their experience isn't shining, guys. They're not showing that. They've got loads of experience. We see them in Europe every year. Whether it, some years, I know it's been a while since we've seen them in the Champions League. I get that. But we do see them playing in one European competition or another every year. So they've got a lot of European experience. And I don't get why that is not starting to shine through so that they can be play stronger in Europe. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, with regards to Mikey saying with your Rangers comment, I agree, mate. I thought Rangers played well tonight. I really loved the Morales goal. That was a cracker. And I kind of only half saw the save from the keeper because I was actually posting at the time on social media. So yeah, I'll look that back. I'll watch that back later, mate, to catch it because like I say, I only kind of caught the tail end of it. But yeah, mate, thanks for that, Mikey. So obviously, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied now. Where was I? That's because I started thinking about Celtic. Sorry, guys, I lost my train of thought there. So yeah, Mikey, yeah, totally agree, mate. I thought it was a good performance from Rangers. But I think, I'd love to know, do you think that they've got enough to do it, to go on and get better, have a run in the knockout stages? I'd love to know what you guys think. But yeah, disappointing with Celtic. Definitely got to chuck that one out there, guys. Let me know if any of you guys saw the Celtic game. LRX, hi guys. How's it going, Ella? Good to see you, mate. Hope he's feeling better. I know I saw that you've been a bit, I think, was you a bit under the weather or something the last week or so? Or you had some personal stuff going on, and I think, I'm not sure, but hopefully everything is all good with you, mate. Thanks for dropping in, and like I say, best wishes if you've not been well, mate. I've not had a chance to talk to you for a couple of weeks because I know that you did drop a message in the chat the other. I think it was last week, saying you had some stuff going on. So hope everything is okay with you there, mate. Let me know. Obviously, I'll try and catch up with you soon, and hopefully, like I said, everything's good with you, mate. KAS1JM is saying it's really hard seeing Spurs win anything right now. Thought though with Conte, they look like they can only win corner league. This is their best bet. Corner league. I'm confused. What do you mean corner league, mate? I'm confused with what you mean by corner league. Oh, I think you mean in Conference League. Are you meaning Conference League? My bad, mate. My bad. I think you mean in Conference League. Yeah, I agree, mate. I think they should have took the Conference League more serious. But I don't know. What do you guys think of the Conte appointment? That would be a good one because I haven't really discussed that since he got the job. I've got to be honest, guys. I am not convinced with Conte. I'm not saying he isn't a good manager, but I think he's a little bit overrated. I'm not saying he isn't a good manager. I think we have seen that he is a good manager, but I think that maybe the fact that he was a good player is kind of giving him the edge, where he's getting a bit of an edge considered in respect to being considered one of the top managers. I'm not saying he isn't a good manager. I agree he is a good manager, but is he one of the top managers? Is he really up there with the likes of Klopp and Guardiola? Has he done enough to be considered a top manager? Let me know in the chat, guys. But thanks for that, KAS1JM. Massive respect, mate. Appreciate your input. But let me know, like I said, mate, let me know, do you think Conte is a good manager, or just a good manager, or a top manager? Let me know, guys. Love to know your opinion in the chat. Will Bertham, I feel like Spurs should be winning these games, whatever team they put out. Yeah, mate. I totally agree. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely, because I'm just shocked at how poor they've played. I've not watched any of their games because obviously you guys, I'm sure, are the same. Watching Europa League, it's played at the same time, so it makes difficult. I think I did actually watch the first half of one of the earlier games that they played in, and they looked really poor. But yeah, I totally agree, mate. I think they're disrespecting the competition. They're disrespecting themselves by not fielding a team where they can get the results. I don't get it. It's not like they've just had one bad result in this competition, is it, guys? There's been a string of defeats. I'll have to check their results, but I can only remember them getting one win that I remember. Have you guys seen the table? Let me know. But I only remember that Spurs have had one win in this competition so far. So if you guys know any different, let me know. But I'm sure I only remember one game that they've won in this Europa League competition. So yeah, I'd have to check that. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, they've just disrespected the competition and embarrassed themselves by doing it. And Spurs fans won't complain because they'll justify it. Oh well, we're focused on competing in the league. But let's be honest. Are they doing anything special in the league right now, guys? Are they looking like the title challengers? Not really. Are they looking like they're going to definitely finish top 4? You can't guarantee it. I'm not saying they won't. They could. Obviously, plenty of football still to be played. No question about that. So they could make the top 4. I'm not saying they couldn't. But they're not convincing me in the games that I've seen them in the Premier League up to now, guys. I think it's the same old Spurs, hit and miss. With what you see with them. But obviously, new manager in, so we might see an improvement. We may do. I don't know. Time will tell. We might see a massive improvement in Tottenham's performances. But yeah, as for this competition, I think it's a bit wrong. I kind of think the same thing a little bit with the League Cup. If clubs don't want to play in it, if they're not interested in it, then maybe the organisers of the competition should be asking the bigger clubs if they don't want to play in it, don't play in it. Just don't have them in it. Because if they're not going to take the competition seriously, don't get me wrong, we're not expecting that they're going to field a Champions League team for the League Cup or for the Europa Conference League. Nobody would expect, unless you get into the late stages of competition, nobody's going to expect that they've filled a Champions League winning team. But you do expect that they put out a decent enough team to get results. And it's got to be questioned with Spurs this season, considering how many defeats they've had in this competition already. So yeah, that's just chucking it out there, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Aaron Hart, losing to a mid-table team is unacceptable. None of the teams in the Conference League should be a massive threat to them. They should win the Conference League. Totally agree. Do you guys think maybe it's a bit of, obviously, we're trying to look at all angles, guys. We've got to look at all directions, to be fair, to give a fair opinion. Do you guys think maybe that Spurs have been taken surprise in this competition? Maybe some of the teams that they're expected to get a result against have raised their game. Maybe I'm chucking that out there, guys. Maybe that's a contributing factor that some of the teams that they've played against have raised the level of their game through the fact that they're playing Spurs. And obviously that might be, to some clubs in Europe, that might be seen as kind of a bit of an opportunity to get a giant killing, if you like. LX there, Stevie G. Massive respect to Stevie G. Obviously, I'm a big, massive Stevie G fan. I'm disappointed with him. I've got to be honest. I've got to be disappointed with the way he's left Rangers. But I understand why he's gone. He's gone for family reasons, guys. If you didn't know, I've read about it because I'm a big Stevie G fan. I always liked him as a player. And I looked it up because I was quite irritated when I first found that he was leaving Rangers. I was frustrated with it because I thought it was the wrong decision for his career. But I've read about it, guys, why he's left, and the reason he's left is to be closer to his family. So you know, he has got young girls, young daughters, so it's kind of understandable. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be a bit more irritated with it. But the fact that he has got young daughters, 2 young daughters, I think it's kind of understandable why he wants to be closer to his family. Don't get me wrong, I know he's not miles away in Scotland, but it's still a decent travelling distance. So yeah, the main reason he said that he wanted to leave Rangers for Aston Villa was just the travel distance shorter, guys. So I don't know if you guys have read the same thing, but if that is the case, I understand that. Obviously, I'm disappointed to see him leave Rangers, but yeah, big shout out to him. Hopefully he can carry on his development as a manager at Villa and do good things with Villa now. Like I say, and Rangers move on. They've got a manager that the fans appreciate, so hopefully it'll all work out good. Maggie Fagan, I agree. Ella, Stevie, obviously you guys bigging up Stevie G. That's cool. Ella, good win against Aberdeen. Aaron, obviously you guys. Chat, yeah, obviously any Scottish fans in the chat want to know your thoughts on obviously Hibernian winning against Rangers in the Scottish Cup this weekend. That was quite a bit of a surprise result. So yeah, if any of you guys are Scottish fans in the chat, let me know your thoughts on that, because that was a bit of a shock result. Ella X, yeah, obviously. So Ella talking about, I'm presuming you're talking about Dundee's game. So yeah. Appreciate that, Ella. Dylan, how's it going, mate? PFC_DY4 is Dylan. Hi, guys. Sorry for being late to the stream. Been a bit busy with some school stuff and other things as well. How are you doing, mate? Yes, mate. Not too bad. I've had better weeks, but obviously, you know me. I try to be positive, stay positive. But yeah, I can't lie. I've had better weeks, but you know, you get on with it and do what you can. But yeah, no need to apologise, mate. No need to apologise. Like I've said many a time, totally understand you guys have got your own stuff going on. So obviously, I just appreciate you coming, getting involved in the chat and showing support when you can. Because like I said, we're trying to build Fanden into a positive fan community where obviously you guys feel welcome, you feel that you're involved, and you feel it's your channel. And obviously, as you guys are aware, I also try to work with other channels where I can, if they're also positive as well, i.e. channels like my mate JD, IMAX It Football, and hopefully in the future other channels that I'll build a positive friendship with and be able to work with. But yeah, like I say, Dylan, never need to apologise, mate. You come on when you can. That's same to all you guys. I appreciate you coming, getting involved. Like I say, trying to build a Fanden family for fans that are positive and want to just enjoy positive footy debate. So that's why I do the channel, mate. So never ever feel you need to apologise, mate. I appreciate you coming, getting involved when you can. But thanks for that, Dylan. KAS1JM, just say Poch. Yeah, mate. Thanks for that. Well said. I'm glad you pointed that out. But yeah, I'd love, like I say, it is a bit of a strange name to pronounce if you're not from that part of the world, Argentina. I don't know. Maybe it depends where in the world you're from, whether you can pronounce it well. But as you guys say, as I said earlier, I always have trouble pronouncing his full proper name. So yeah, I think I'm going to take your advice, mate. I'll try and start remembering to call him Poch. So big up KAS1JM. Appreciate that, mate. I'll try and remember that. Yeah, Poch. Yeah. Thanks for that, mate. Aaron is... I hate this mouse. Aaron Hart is saying, yeah, I'll take a 1-0 against Aberdeen. Ella, thought we played well. We got bottom of the league, Ross County on Saturday. Yeah, I think Dundee been doing quite well since they've been gone up into the Scottish Premiership. They've been quite impressive, and I think you guys could definitely push for a European Europa League spot. I definitely do, and I'm not exaggerating, because I think you've shown that you can that Dundee, I think, have definitely shown they can compete in the Scottish Premiership. So I think the next step for Dundee United, because obviously Dundee have only just come up. My bad. Obviously, just forgetting to remember the difference between the two clubs. Dundee United, yeah. Obviously, Dundee are still in their first season back up in the Premiership, but Dundee United came up last season. Not last season, the season before, sorry. So this is their second season back in the Premiership, and I think they've been doing well. And like I say, I think Dundee United should definitely be looking, maybe not this season, I'm not sure, but definitely either this season, next season, should be starting to look to push for a Europa League place. But plenty of football still to be played this season, so maybe they might do it this season, which would be absolutely awesome, because it would be good to see a different Scottish team in the Europa League places, because I have no disrespect to any clubs, but I do actually quite like all clubs. I try to be respectful to all clubs, but I've got to be honest, guys. Aberdeen have had a few chances in the Europa League now, and they keep being really disappointing. And I know that because every year I look for them to kind of achieve something, at least achieve getting to the group stage. And every year they're disappointing. And Hibs were disappointing also this season, although we have to give Hibs a little bit of leeway because obviously they haven't been playing regularly in Europe, whereas Aberdeen have been playing regularly in Europe for a number of seasons. They're always regularly qualifying for a European spot. So the fact that they keep getting knocked out before it even gets to the group stage is, I've got to be honest, guys, disappointing. And if they can't do it, then maybe they should step aside and another Scottish team should be given a chance to get into the group stages because it's got to be happening, guys. The reason I'm pointing this out, I'm not pointing it out for any bias, but we have to remember that in Scotland, it's important for the coefficiency. We need to see the coefficiency go up for Scottish clubs to help them have more strength in respect of getting more consideration off UEFA for European places. I'm sure you guys, I don't need to explain it too much. I'm sure you guys are all well aware of how the coefficiency thing works. But yeah, obviously that kicks in this season. I think at the end of this season for Scottish clubs, there will be a guaranteed Champions League place, I think, at the end of this season, if I remember rightly from what I was reading last season. But yeah, like I say, no disrespect to Aberdeen, but I just think that they've had plenty of chances to progress in Europe and they keep underachieving. So I think it would be good to see a different Scottish club qualify for Europe. But let me know your thoughts, guys. KAS 1JM. Every club is following Chelsea. Every club is following Chelsea and not in the same position. How do you mean, mate? Well, I'm not sure what I'm following you. Every club is following Chelsea and not in the same position. I'm confused what you mean by that, mate. Are you meaning financially following Chelsea, or you got me thinking there, mate? You got me thinking. I can't work out what you mean. Let me know, mate. Let me know what you mean by that. Are you meaning that every club is trying to follow Chelsea's financially, or are you talking about the squad, the team, the squad management? Because obviously one thing that we guys know about Chelsea is that has become apparent in a lot the last few years about Chelsea is this obsession they have with youth players. They have a lot of youth players and loan them out to all other clubs. I'm not sure if you guys know about that, but it's been talked about quite a bit in the media about Chelsea's turnover of youth players. But yeah, shout out there to KAS 1JM. Let me know what you mean by that, mate, because I'm not following your comment properly, mate. So my apologies for that. If I'm not understanding what you're meaning. Will Burtham. I think Manchester United should go and get a world-class manager. They are arguably the biggest club in the world. Don't spend a season messing around with a temporary manager. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. I'm not a big fan of saying any club is the biggest club in the world, but I know what you mean financially. They're definitely one of the biggest clubs in the world financially. So we know that they've got the financial muscle. If they want a manager, they've got the financial muscle to go out and get a player. So yeah, I can't argue with that, mate. You're spot on. I think it's because they want Pochettino, and obviously, I think I read the other day that they've already made inquiries with Paris Saint-Germain, but Paris Saint-Germain don't want to allow United to talk to him. So so maybe they decided to hold out for the right manager. I agree with what you're saying, Will, but I think maybe the owners at Manchester United have recognised that they've made a lot of mistakes already, and they don't want to make any more. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not sure. I'm just obviously pointing out a possibility. But you are spot on, mate. I agree. United should definitely, if they want a manager, they should be confident enough to just go out and get that manager if they want them. So yeah, I agree with that, Will. Thanks for that, mate. Noel C, what's up, mate? How's it going, Noel? Great to have you in the chat, mate. I'm good, thanks, mate. Hopefully you are doing okay as well. Appreciate you dropping in. Mikey, last major trophy Spurs won was the League Cup in 2008. Yes, yeah, you're spot on there, mate. You're right. Definitely well overdue for top. Well, I'm not saying it's overdue, actually. It's Tottenham fans that are saying that they should have won another trophy by now. Let's be honest. I'm not saying it. It's Tottenham fans that are saying it, guys. So, yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you agree? But, yeah, I think it's Tottenham fans that are demanding to win a trophy. So, and rightly so, I agree. I agree that all fans have the right, but let's be honest, you know, there's been plenty of other clubs that have not won a trophy for a lot longer than Tottenham, so we have to consider that. But yeah, I'm not saying they have to win a trophy, but obviously it is definitely being bandied about in the mainstream media, and it's definitely. When I've seen Tottenham fans being interviewed, they're definitely saying that they need to win something. So you can't criticise them for that, obviously. But they're also they have to acknowledge they're putting the pressure on themselves to win something, and they had the opportunity to really go for a trophy this season. I get it wasn't the most wanted trophy because it's seen as a lesser competition, but they could have been the first club to get their name on that new trophy. It is a new trophy, so wouldn't it? I know it's not going to become, as we progress over the seasons, it's going to become obviously one of the lesser trophies. But seriously, guys, is it not a good thing to have your club as the first club winning the first trophy when a new trophy is introduced? Would you not say that? Yeah, that's proud that you. If I know if it were Bolton, I'd be buzzing like my club first club to win the trophy, to win that trophy. I'd be happy with that. I'd see that as a bragging right. Let me know, guys. Do you agree? Do you think that that's a bragging right to be able to say to other fans, look, my club were the first club to win that trophy? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Love to know your thoughts on it. But thanks for that, Mikey. Appreciate it, mate. Meant to say midway. Laugh out loud. Midway. You've lost me there, mate. Sorry, you've lost me. No, see, LA Pompey football. Obviously, you guys talking amongst yourself. What's up, bro? Obviously. Aaron Hart saying, "Yeah, we'll have we have had some class managers say if we went to talks with them, they would happily manage United. For example, Pochettino said that, and Brendan Rodgers would probably manage us as well." Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely think I think you could definitely get Brendan Rodgers, although I think that would be a controversial one, mate. I definitely think that would be a controversial one because he's managed Liverpool, hasn't he? So I'm not sure United fans would be mega enthusiastic to see Brendan Rodgers appointed as manager. Just simply, not because he's not a good manager, because we all know he is showing that he's a very, very talented manager. He's showing that. But I think there'd be too many United fans that wouldn't like that because he's managed Liverpool, and for that reason alone. So yeah, it's a good shout, Aaron. Definitely. But like I say, I think there'd be a lot of Man United fans that wouldn't be happy to see Brendan Rodgers get the job. But yeah, definitely good shout. And there's the other guy. What do you guys know? There's the other guy, isn't there? Is it a Dutch guy? I know I've seen Man United linked with a Dutch coach that I don't know. I don't really know him. I'm sure it's the Dutch coach they've been linked with as well. But if you guys know him and know much about him, let me know in the chat, guys. Thanks for that, Aaron. Ella X, my brother has started training with Birmingham City now as well. Oh, cool. Cool. Well done, Ella. And big shout out to your brother to obviously wish him the best of luck. And hopefully you are also doing well with your training as well, mate. So, yeah, big shout out there to your brother. Hopefully he does well at Birmingham. And so do you, mate. So, yeah, wish him the best of luck. Wish him the best of luck, Ella. Send him our best wishes. PFC Dylan is PFC _ DY40 is Dylan saying, what was the Leicester result? I think it finished 3-1, if I remember rightly, mate. I'll check it for you in a sec. I think it finished 3-1. Thanks for that, Dylan. Yeah, obviously, the guys showing support there, Ella, for your brother. So big up there, big respect. Sorry, big respect to your brother, and wish him the best of luck at Birmingham. Aaron Hart, Leicester won 3-1 tonight, mate. There you go. Obviously, thanks for that, Aaron. Appreciate it. I was going to check it in a sec, but don't need to now. Aaron has confirmed it. Don't forget, guys, if you've not already, please do consider hitting the like button. I've not even mentioned it tonight. I've left it alone, to be honest. So if you haven't, it'd be appreciated if you could hit the like button. It helps the visibility of the channel on YouTube. Be appreciated. Thank you very much, guys. And if you are new, please do consider subscribing because that definitely will help the channel grow and attract more fans. No C, yes, good weekend. Oh, sorry, I think I've missed a comment here or two. Dylan saying, good to see a good week for UK clubs in Europe. Yeah, mate, it's been a good week. Obviously, it'll come to the crunch time after Christmas when we get into the new year. I think it's February, in it, when we restart. Obviously, we've got another round of games to come yet in the group stages, but then we're done with European football until February, and that's when it comes to the crunch time, innit? Where clubs start getting knocked out of it thick and fast. But yeah, I think it's been a pretty positive week overall. Just disappointed with Celtic, guys. I've got to chuck that one out there. Like I said, I look to see all UK clubs do well in Europe, and I've got to be honest, guys, definitely disappointed with Celtic in Europe. I can't criticise Rangers too much. Because they're new to it. They've not been back in Europe. They only had, I think it was last season or the season before, their first season back in Europe. So they've not been back in it for a while. And since they have been back in it, they're the one Scottish club that's been given a decent account of themselves. So we have to give them credit for that. And the reason is because I get that there's rivalries and all that, and I get there's fans won't want to see Rangers do well or won't want to see Celtic do well. I get that. But I don't look at it like that, because in Europe, the simple reason, because this coefficiency is so important. It don't matter too much for English clubs, because we already know that the English league is very strong. So they're always going to have a decent amount of European positions. And I wish it was the same case for Scottish clubs, but unfortunately it's not. So Scottish clubs, as far as I'm concerned, should be, when they play in Europe, should be putting the rivalry to one side and should be all supporting each other for the simple reason of getting more places in European competitions for Scottish clubs. And I think that all but that's just my opinion. But that's because like I say, guys, I just enjoy football. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover. So yeah, that's just my opinion, guys. I appreciate that other fans might have a different opinion, but I just think it's better if Scottish fans were more supportive to each other's club, even if they don't like each other normally, at least in Europe, because it can only be a good thing for Scottish football. So yeah, big shout out to Dylan. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciated. Noel C. Yes, good weekend. And thanks for that, Noel. Appreciated, mate. Yeah, it's been a good week overall. Like I say, main disappointment, I suppose, has got to be, and it's got to be said, guys. It's Celtic and Tottenham, innit? It's got to be said because them two clubs have definitely underachieved, and we're seeing that clubs like West Ham, are doing UK football proud. Rangers doing UK football proud. Obviously, we always see the English clubs and the Scottish clubs give it. And I know there hasn't been a Scottish club in it for a while, but I'm going to include them, guys, because when they do play in it, and when they do actually get, and you can go and look at the history, when Scottish clubs do get in the Champions League, they normally try to give a good account of themselves. I'm not saying they win loads of games, but they battle. When they get in that group stage in the years gone by, they battle and they give a good account of themselves. So whenever UK clubs get in Europe, most of the time, in the Champions League, most of the time, they all try to give a good account of themselves. But we're seeing that now happening more in the Europa League as well, guys. So that's great to see that clubs are taking the Europa League a lot more seriously. But thanks for that, guys. Ella X, thanks still. Obviously, you guys talking amongst yourself. Aaron saying, love to see the UK clubs getting wins in the Champions League. No disrespect to other countries, though. Yeah, mate. No, we don't. We respect you. I totally agree. We're respectful to all other countries. It's just obviously the channel is for fans of clubs of UK club football. It's nothing to do with being disrespectful to any other nations. I've actually done videos about other clubs in other, not loads, but I did the Spanish league not so long ago. I did a video on that on the channel. So I'm always happy to be respectful to all other football fans and all other football leagues. But obviously, I'm a fan of a UK club, and I know a lot about UK football. Which I don't know a lot about all other leagues. So it's that's why the channel is called Football Fan Den UK. But we can always be respectful to all other leagues and other clubs as well. But obviously, as UK fans, we want to see UK clubs progressing in Europe. So respect there for Aaron's comment. Appreciate that, mate. That's spot on. Aaron, Ella, good luck to your brother. Yeah, definitely, Ella. Obviously, great to see you guys also showing support with that. KAS1JM is saying, now we refer to our community skimmage games as Corner League. Right, I'm with you. I follow you. I understand. Right, I think I get what you mean in there, mate. But yeah, no worries, mate. I didn't understand your comment, but yeah, appreciate you clearing that up. I kind of understand a bit more now, mate. So thanks for that. Aaron Hart has KS really. Right, so you're making a reference to. What is scrimpage? And just go through these last few comments, guys, because I'm going to have to call it a night very shortly because I got work tomorrow. You guys talking amongst yourselves. Ella saying she's a lot better now there, so obviously that's good to hear. Great to hear that, mate. Aaron's obviously great to hear as well. No, Conte is a good manager, and he's top manager. He has shown in the Premier League and in Serie A, and now giving Spurs a cup. I think he can do it. He's moved to Spurs is a big challenge. And too soon. Conte is a good manager, and he's a top manager. He has shown in the Premier League and in Serie A, and now giving Spurs a cup. I think he can do it. His move to Spurs is a big challenge, and it's too soon. Are you saying it's too soon? I'm confused with what you mean in there, mate. Are you meaning it's too soon for him? I think I agree that he's done good things in Serie A, but I'm not sure he's done it in the Premier League because he's only managed Chelsea for a brief time. And yeah, he did well at Chelsea. I'm not knocking him for that. I agree, he did well at Chelsea. But I don't think you can judge him really off the Premier League, off one spell, mate. No, I take on board your comment and I appreciate what you're saying. I'm just not sure. That's why I'm not convinced, because I think that most managers could go to Chelsea and win stuff. Because of what they've got available, the players they've got, the setup they've got, everything else, the money they've got. I think that most managers could go to Chelsea and do well. So I agree what you're saying. I agree that he's a good manager. He's a good manager, and I agree that he's done well in Serie A. I'm just not sure we can say he's done well in the Premier League just by what he did with Chelsea, because, like I say, guys, I'm just being honest. It's just my opinion. I think most managers could do well at Chelsea with the resources they've got available to them. But yeah, fair play, mate. But thanks for that, Noel. Let me know, mate. Are you meaning that the Spurs challenge is too soon? Is that what you're meaning? Because I'm not sure if you've missed a word or you've just worded it wrong. I think that's what you're meaning. Let me know, Noel C, if you could, please, mate. Appreciate that. Alex, Gaz, where did you find all those kind of people? What kind of people? How do you mean, mate? What kind of people? You guys are catching me out tonight with some of your comments. I'm not sure what you mean. What kind of people, Ella? I'm confused. Sorry, let me know in the chat, please, if you could. Mikey, I love how much passion Conte shows when Spurs won at the weekend. Yeah, I've got to give him credit for that. He's definitely a passionate manager. So yeah, I agree there, Mikey. You're spot on. He's definitely gonna bring some definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? Animation to the touchline in Premier League games. So that's going to be quite entertaining to watch, guys. So I'm sure some of us will be tuning into some Spurs games just to watch Conte with his animations on the touchline, because he's quite animated, isn't he? But thanks for that, Mikey. Appreciate that, mate. Aaron Hart saying, yeah, no, I agree. I don't think Conte is quite a world-class manager yet. He's a very good manager. If he does well with Spurs, then I believe he will be a world-class manager. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. Yeah, that's a good shout. I think this is this is a perfect opportunity for him to kind of show that he's not just a good manager, that he's up there. If he does, I agree. If he does well at Spurs, it'll definitely put him up there with the likes of Pep Guardiola and Klopp. But yeah, I at the minute I'm thinking he's a good manager. I'm not saying he's like the top manager, but that's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But yeah, I agree, Aaron. You're right. If he does well at Spurs, that could be what projects him up into that top echelons of the considerations of top managers. Dylan saying, good to hear you're better, Ella. Cool, great. Yeah, definitely. I think we're all buzzing to hear Ella is doing much better. Aaron, I'm happy for Hibernian. I hope they go on to win the cup. Would be nice to see. I've got massive respect for Hibs. Great team. Yeah, like I say, I was looking for Hibs to try and have a bit of a run in Europe, because they was in it. They was in it in the qualification stages. But unfortunately, it was just they just didn't manage to get the results they needed to qualify for the group stage. But yeah, it is a great club. I agree, and it'd be great to see them in the cup final. And I've got to be honest, I don't have any preference in Scotland, but obviously when they go into the cup final against Celtic, they are going to be the underdogs. So I will probably be hoping that Hibs win, just because I'm normally like that, guys. I do tend to like seeing the underdog win, and that's no disrespect to Celtic. It's just, it'd be good for Scottish football. We've seen St Johnstone cause upset last season, and it'd be great for obviously Hibs to cause an upset this season with the silverware. Not sure if you guys agree, but that's my opinion. I love to see competitive leagues. I don't want to see the same clubs winning the trophies all the time. I think as fans, we should all want to see that, because if we're seeing other clubs win trophies, it means our club have got a chance of winning trophies. We don't. Who wants to see the same? Unless you're a fan of that club, nobody really wants to see the same club winning all the trophies. Unless you support that club, then obviously that's understandable. You're not going to complain if you're winning all the trophies, are you? But obviously, as neutral fans, I'm sure you guys all agree that it is nice to see different clubs winning trophies, because then we have it makes it more believable that our clubs can do it. We don't have to have the biggest budget and the best players, but it makes the opportunity, the realization that our club potentially could win something. So LX saying, school tomorrow. Good night, guys. Thanks for dropping in, Ella. Appreciate that, mate. Best wishes to you and your brother with the training. Hope it all goes well. And yeah, take care, mate. And hopefully I will catch up with you soon. Best wishes, Ella. Obviously, Dylan saying night. And you guys, Aaron saying night. So Dylan saying, sorry, guys, I have to get some sleep now, as I have to be up early tomorrow. Have a good evening, mate, and hope you have a good day tomorrow, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. I will catch up with you guys soon. I'll be calling it an end soon, cutting an end to it soon. Anyway, I've got work myself next week soon. Just letting you guys know, obviously, I'm sure you're aware that I'm planning to make one or two changes in the next few days in the fan zone. Which will be coming over the next few days. And the reason I'm doing that is to obviously try and make the fan zone work for everybody. So there'll be more details about that in the fan zone on Instagram very soon, in the next couple of days. But just letting you guys know that before you jump off and go to bed. But thanks for that, Dylan. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. And yeah, I'll catch up with you hopefully soon. And hopefully you guys all get a good restful sleep and enjoy your day at school tomorrow, and look forward to the weekend, because it's the weekend coming. So I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that. If you've got college, university, school, stuff like that, getting a couple of days break from that. Good night, Dylan. Massive shout out to you guys for the positivity amongst yourselves in the chat. Always appreciate seeing that. It's good to see. I couldn't write more, but what I meant to say is that is too soon to judge Conte on how he's doing with Spurs right now. But yes, yes, if he does give Spurs a cup, he will be a world-class manager. Yeah, definitely. No, I agree with that, mate. No argument there, mate. I'm not judging him for what he's done at Spurs, because he's, like you say, he's not been there for long enough. I'm judging him. I'm just simply saying I think he's a good manager, no question. But I'm not saying I'm not convinced enough to say he's the top level manager, just because of what he did at Chelsea. I think that, like I just said, guys, I think most managers could go to Chelsea and do well. So it's no disrespect to Conte. Hopefully, he is going to be up there. We need more managers up there, classed as top managers, guys. So hopefully, Conte will do that and will do good things with Spurs, and we can consider him as a top manager. All I'm pointing out is I just think that some of the mainstream media are overhyping him a little bit right now. We all know he's a great manager. But is he top draw manager? Is he up there with the likes of, Pep Guardiola and Klopp? That's all I'm saying, guys. We have to consider that. But thanks for that note. I appreciate that, mate. I'm totally in agreement with that. I just got confused, mate. Sometimes, obviously, I'm trying to go through the comments, and obviously, I know you guys, I do the same thing myself on social media. Sometimes you can miswrite something, or you get a bit tongue-tied in your head and write it a little bit wrong or not, so I totally get that, guys, totally get that. But thanks for that note, appreciated, mate. And like I said, I do agree with that. We'll see after transfer window closes. I'm looking forward to the transfer window, mate. There's going to be some interesting, hopefully some interesting business done in the transfer window. It'll be exciting to see I'll be excited to see if Liverpool do any business, because they always avoid the January transfer window, and I think they are in need of using this January transfer window. But also, it's going to be very interesting with Man City, because the debate has been there now for 12 months about whether they need another striker. So I don't know whether you guys think they need another striker, but I'm surprised if they feel they need another striker. I'm surprised they didn't do it in the summer. But they might feel that they need it. They might try and get Harry Kane. Be interesting to see if that happens in January. I'd love to know what you guys think, if you think that Man City will try and get Harry Kane in January. I think it's a long shot myself. I don't think Tottenham will want to let him go halfway through the season. But you never know. Money talks, doesn't it, guys? So it's possible. And they have got a history of selling top strikers actually in January, because I think if I remember rightly, guys, didn't Man United buy Berbatov off Tottenham in a January transfer window? I'm sure that happened, if I'm remembering rightly. So it's not impossible. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm sure it was a January transfer window. I know it's a good few years back now, but I'm sure Man United got Berbatov off Tottenham in January, and at the time he was their number one striker. So it is not impossible that we might see Man City potentially go and try and get Harry Kane in January. So that's a good shout there from Noel. Definitely going to be exciting to see what happens in January. Noel saying, I got you guys, and yes, different teams win the Premier League. Yeah, like I say, all have got trophies, mate. But yeah, it's great to see different teams win the Premier League. But I'm actually saying all the trophies, because I'm sure you're aware, mate, that Man City have won the League Cup 3 times in a row, and they've knocked out of it this season. They've been knocked out of it already this season, which is good, because we will see somebody different win it. We'll see a different club win it. Nothing, no disrespect to Manchester City, but I'm sure it's 3. Is it 3 or was this going to be the 4th time they would have won it if they'd have won it this season? I can't remember. No, it's at least 3 times in a row that they've won the League Cup. So this season we will definitely see a new club win the League Cup, and I think that's good, guys. I think that's good, because we will want to see that, and it'd be even better, wouldn't it? It would be good. It would be really good if we see a non-Premier League club win the League Cup. That would be a cracker. That would be good for all football. But we'll have to see what happens. I'm not sure. Is there actually? I'd have to check that actually. Is there any Championship clubs still left in the League Cup? I'm not sure. Mikey's saying, gotta go. Thanks for the stream, guys. No worries, mate. I'm gonna call it a night myself now anyway, because I've got work in the morning, like you say. So gonna jump off. Mikey, see you in chat. But yeah, thanks for that, guys. Thanks to all you guys for coming and getting involved in the chat. Really, really appreciated. Like I say, I wanted to do streams earlier in the week for the Champions League game, but unfortunately work commitments stopped me doing it. But I managed to at least get one stream done this week for European football, which is good. Obviously not at the most ideal time, but at least I managed to get on it, guys. So hopefully I will see you guys soon on a future stream. Take care, look after yourselves, guys, stay safe out there, and all the best. Okay, take care, bye for now.